Good morning all of you. How are you all students? I hope you all are fine. So let's start our new chapter, that is tissue. So what is basically tissue, students? Tissue is a group of cell. It is a group of cells that work together to achieve a particular function. So let's do it. It is a group of cell. It is a group of cell that work together. Group of cell, you can say that similar in structure. Similar in structure. Group together. Group together to achieve a particular function. Group together to achieve a particular function, right? So a tissue is a group of cells similar in structure grouped together. When it is grouped together, it perform or it achieve a particular function. So this is tissue. So students, in this chapter we will discuss two type of tissues. Two type of tissues means tissues of plants. We will discuss tissues of plants or animals. Tissues of plants or animals, right? So let's start. So firstly we will discuss about the tissues of plant, right? Plant tissue. See students, in plants it is divided into two tissues. Okay, the first is meristematic tissue. The second one is permanent tissue. The second one is permanent tissue. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? Plant tissue is divided into two main tissues, meristematic tissue or permanent tissue. Then this meristematic tissue is further divided into three types, that is apical meristematic tissue, okay, lateral meristematic tissue, okay, and intercalary meristematic tissue. Intercalary meristematic tissue. I hope this is clear, right? After that we will move to our permanent tissue. So permanent tissue is divided into two types, that is simple permanent tissue or complex permanent tissue. It is divided into two types, simple permanent tissue or complex permanent tissue. Okay, so simple permanent tissue is also further divided into three types, that is, so these are parenchyma, collenchyma, and the next one is scalenchyma. Right? So this is simple permanent tissue which is divided further in three types, parenchyma, collenchyma or scalenchyma. Complex permanent tissue. So it is also divided into two parts, xylem or phloem. So xylem or phloem. So these are the various part of plant tissues. So these are the various part of plant tissues. I hope this division is clear to all of you, right? So let us discuss these things one by one. Firstly, we will discuss about this part, meristematic tissue. So let us erase this. Okay. So what is meristematic tissue? Meristematic tissue that is present in plant is basically responsible for the growth of the plant or division, right? It is basically, you can write that it is basically responsible for growth of plant and division, right? Growth of plant or division of cell is also takes place in meristematic tissues. So meristematic tissue further, because it is responsible for the growth, so we see where the growth takes place in the plant. So according to that, it is also further divided or classified in three types. See an example. See, this is an example of plant. If we take in the top of the plant, okay, in the top of the plant, which is found, that is apical meristematic tissue. Apical meristematic tissue is found on the top of the plant, or it is responsible for the growth of shoot or root of the plant, right? It is responsible for the growth of root or shoots in the plant. We can you can also take an example of onion, right? We just take an onion, okay. If you want to take an example of root, so you just take an onion and take a glass of water and kept that onion. You know that you just kept that onion in that glass of water and dip that onion in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and after that you will observe the growth of the roots. You will observe the growth of the roots over it. So why it is happen? It is due to apical meristematic tissue which is present on the root of the plant, right? So after that, see this area, this is called lateral meristematic tissue. This is called lateral meristematic tissue, okay. So this is generally increase the girth of the plant, increase the width of the plant. So this is the plant. If this area, okay, if this area is increasing, if this area is widened, so this is responsible for the growth of girth in the plant, okay. After that, the internodes which are growing in a plant, that is responsible for the intercalary meristematic tissue. So intercalary meristematic tissue is responsible for the internode growth in the plant. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. This is all about the meristematic tissue which we have discussed. Let us discuss some characteristics of meristematic tissue. So we have already discussed that meristematic tissue is responsible for growth of the plant or division. So if because it is responsible for division, so the cell of meristematic tissue is very active. We can say very active cell, right? It having active cell, okay. Or meristematic tissue having, you can say, thin cell wall. Thin cell wall is present in meristematic tissue, or they have lack of vacuoles. The vacuoles which are found in meristematic tissue, they are very less, or you can say they having absence of vacuoles. So no vacuoles you can write, no vacuoles or lack of vacuoles in meristematic tissues. Okay, they have active cell because of division, right? They have thin cell wall and they have lack of vacuoles present. Okay, or one more thing, they having dense cytoplasm. They have dense cytoplasm. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, so let us move further. Students, let us move further. Now we will discuss about complex tissues, right? So complex permanent tissue is further divided into. Now we have to discuss about permanent tissue, that is divided into, sorry for that, that is divided into two types, simple or complex. And we have just moved the we have